Good. All right, y'all. We back again for another episode of First Class and No Class Podcast. And we are here with the number one used auto dealer in the area, Cal.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
How are you, man?
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm excited,
Hey,
man.
I'm happy.
This is actually my my first podcast ever.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've watched a million podcasts.
Okay.
I've never been on a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
So I'm excited, man. A little nervous, but excited, man. I like your energy. I like the mission. So I definitely want to. Yeah, man. I'm excited to be able to hop on here and support you and get some reps in on the podcast.
I appreciate you. I definitely.
Yeah.
I was honestly didn't know if I was gonna be able to get this one or not, but I'm glad that I did.
You
man.
did, bro. And I've gotten a lot of DMs, bro. There's been a lot of people trying to get me on the podcast, and I'm like so busy. But then when you hit me, it was just like the right timing, and you just caught me in the right mood, and I like committed to it. And so yeah,
I was happy. I was locked in. That's what I was. All right, man. So we talked. I was ready.
Yes,
but honestly, man, with First Class and No Class Podcast, man, what we do is just we focus on highlighting. Those entrepreneurs who's out here chasing a dream, and getting it done, So, first off and foremost, what got you into the auto business?
So it's crazy. So I had dropped out of high school.
Okay.
Didn't make it past 10th grade. Did drugs. Didn't go to school.
Went through it all.
Bro, I was in TDH. I spent my 18th birthday in jail. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, I went to a good school. Like, I went to Hickory. So, like, it was a good school.
Yeah.
But, bro, I was the absolute worst. I was so bad, man. And I was just always in trouble and shit. And then I was in jail my 18th birthday. When I came out, I was like, man, I got to do better. So I ended up getting with my, this girl and then I ended up knocking her up like 3 months later. Okay. And then so I was having a kid. I was like, shit, man, I gotta get a job. So my cousin was working at a Nissan dealership on Battlefield Boulevard, Victory Nissan, and I hit him up. I was like, yo, bro, I'm about to have a kid, man. I need a freaking job. So he got me a job, and I sucked. So they hired me, and for the first year, I was awful because I was doing a lot of the same shit that I was doing in high school, bro. Yeah. Like I was just bad. I couldn't fucking get my shit together. And so they actually pushed me over to, they had like a used car lot down the street where it's like the shitty lot. They're like, yo, dude, you just got to go over there. Okay. You suck. Yeah. You can't be here. You got to go to the shit. Yeah. But lucky there was a guy there named Tim Posh, and he was like the car guru at the time for the used cars. And then he kind of took me under his wing, and then that's where it all started. That's where it began, when I like saw somebody that I could relate to, that was fucking doing it, making money. So I was like, oh shit, you could actually crush it in this business. And it took me a long time to fucking like really like figure it out. But once I figured it out, it was a wrap.
Nah, bro, that's what's up, man. Hey, I honestly, just listening to that lets me know that you can have a journey.
Yeah.
You can go through the ups and downs. Yeah. It's just up to you to figure out how you gonna come out on top?
You just can't give up, man.
No,
you just can't give up. Like it's impossible to lose if you don't give up. Like it's impossible. You can't lose if you know
gotta stay focused. Yeah. So pretty much you've been in this since 18.
Yeah, so I would say 19. So I've been doing this for 17 years. I've been in the car game. I've been in the game for I'm 36 now, so I've been in the car game for 17 years.
17 years.
17 long years.
Okay.
Worked at a used car dealership. So started out at Victory Nissan. I'll do it real quick. Started out at Victory Nissan. I sucked at it, so they pushed me over to the Victory pre-owned lot. Met Tim, crushed it there, but was still kind of a disaster. Lost my job because I got like a DUI or some shit. So then I started doing sprinkler systems construction.
Okay.
I did that for a year because I couldn't get a job selling cars because my record was bad. And then he rehired me again. And then it went from Victory Pre-Owned to Great Bridge Auto, which became the dominant used car operation in the area. And I started selling 80 cars a month as a salesman. So started selling 80 cars a month every single month. Crushed it, and then I thought that I could do better, so I ended up selling cars at a Mercedes dealership for 3 months. Slayed it there. I was like 24 years old. I was the young guy, and I just went in there with energy and just taking no days off are for pussies like mindset.
Sure.
So I just absolutely ran circles around all those old heads that were in there, and then my boy hit me up, was like, "Yo, let's go open up a car lot." I was like, "Bet," like I'm in. And it was a shithole lot on East Beach over off Shore Drive, like literally right down the street.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I actually bought that property. I bought that property a couple months ago. For real? Yeah. So I started out there. Yeah, exactly. That's why I did it. So I ended up getting that place or working at that place with Aaron, and we literally were selling 60 cars out of that place when it was like a 15 to 20 car lot. We were crushing it. And then, I had battled with some like drug addictions and shit like that. And then one day I made a decision in the shower. I was like, "Yo, dude, I got to get clean. I got to get sober." So I ended up going to Narcotics Anonymous one day, every day for 365 days. I wasn't court ordered. It was just like, "Yo, dude, I can't. Like, I know what I want to do, but I can't do it if I'm fucking around on this other shit, right?" Yeah. So I got clean for. It took me 1 year to get super clean. And then after that 1 year, I ended up getting this place, 518 Auto Sales, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't just get clean, stay focused, and then it was literally the day one of us opening this place, it was just a fucking game changer. And then we just started crushing it. We just started crushing it. So,
what you, I consider you successful.
Yeah.
Well, what is success to you?
Success to me, man, is it's a good question, man. What is success? I mean, I think success would be, well, I mean, if you're talking about financial success would be where you have investments, or whether that is like a business, real estate, stocks, whatever. When your investments that don't require you to go to work, or you could literally go to Bali or Miami and just not even be around, and you have money coming in on the 1st and the 15th every month, not doing anything. That would be financial success, right? Where it's like there's absolutely nothing that's going to happen. You're going to get this amount of money every single month. Right. It covers your lifestyle, covers all your expenses. To me, that would be financial success. But I think people find out, I think people start the mission to get financial success. They want the watches, they want the whips, they want the fucking clothes, they want the, all the cool shiny shit, right? But I think once you get it, and I think that a lot of people that are successful would have the same opinion. Because I went through that shit where I was making money, bro. I was getting G-Wagons. I was fucking buying designer shit, bro. I was balling, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was that guy, right? But dude, that shit doesn't fulfill you, right? Because it's just materialistic stuff. You find out really quick that it's stupid. Why did I just spend this money on that? So now my opinion to success would be to where you feel whole. You got a squad with you that you fuck with, that you ride with, and you have fun. and you have fun and you're making a difference. You know, whether that's you employing a bunch of people that are able to provide for their families, being able to help out the community, being able to motivate and inspire, you know, people that are in unfortunate situations, you know, having, you know, just a fucking like a good circle and having integrity on what you do to where when you go to sleep at night, you can feel good about what you're doing.
No, for sure.
That's
For
success to
sure.
me.
No, for sure. So, what would you consider was your happiest moment in business? Like, what was the happiest moment? The moment that made you the most proud of yourself?
Okay, so I actually went into 518 with a partner, a 50-50 partner. So that was back in I think 2017, 2018, when 518 was born. Like, 'cause we didn't buy this company, we literally
Okay.
bootstrapped it. There was absolutely nothing here, and then we built it and turned it to what it is today. And then at that point, 518 was killing it, right? Like we were crushing it. Like I said, day one, crushing it. But I was also young and dumb, and that's when I was making those poor decisions,
Right.
G wagons,
Right.
balling out,
Right.
fucking on top of the world. Can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this forever. This shit's easy.
Yeah.
Can't nobody take me down.
Oh man.
And then fucking reality hit, man. And like there was some shit that happened. We bought a Mitsubishi dealership in Newport News. And then some stuff happened to him. I'm not gonna, you know, fucking say it on camera.
Right.
But some shit happened with him, and it just created a nightmare where we had to, we had to break partners as partners. That was expensive, and then what happened to him affected our Mitsubishi dealership, which directly affected 518 Auto Sales. And without going completely into it, it literally almost bankrupted me.
Oh man.
Millions of dollars.
Oh man.
Millions of dollars. Like probably $5 to $10 million worth of just drama. So I got the reason that was the toughest part of my life because I got two kids, man, I got houses and shit. And like all of that stuff was on the line. Like my kids, like security was being jeopardized because if I wasn't able to figure this thing out, I mean, we had banks coming at it. Like, dude, it was bad. Like 518 started getting like the hot, like, yo, we were hot. Like we were about to go belly up. Um, and uh, and so that is what tested my character and my resilience, right? Like, because it was like a lot of the stuff that happened to me wasn't, I mean, I'll always take ownership for shit, but a lot of it was just out of my hands. But I could either sit there and be the victim and be like, man, I can't get out of this. This sucks. I'm fucking depressed. I can't get out of bed. I don't know how to get out of this shit. Because it's a lot, it was a lot of stuff.
Right.
But I made decisions to just completely cut myself off from the entire world. I had no friends. I had no social life. Come to work every day, 8 a.m., work till 8 p.m., and I was just going to war. I was just going to war. And I did that for, I mean, man, it was every bit of a year and a half of just grinding and every day waking up to a $250,000 expense or you're fucked. All right, did the 250. All right, we're good now. 150 grand you owe. Like just crazy shit. So
oh my god,
it was wild. Lawsuits, all types of stuff. But I can say today there wasn't one person, one lender, one anything that I didn't make right and I didn't pay back.
for sure.
So I don't owe anybody anything.
For sure.
I didn't get a partner. I didn't get a loan. I did it all. I fucking came in, did what I knew how to do, sell cars, make money, use those profits to pay everything back. And then since then, it taught me a lesson. So now 518 is stronger, better, more profitable, just everything. My character, I'm humbled, I'm grateful. So in the moment, it was fucking off. It was a nightmare. It was the worst experience that I ever went through. But now that I am where I am today, looking back at it, it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Well, that's good, man. I would say, listening to that, man, being bankrupt, the bankruptcy part really got me stuck, man.
This close
to being close to 5-10 million. I'm like, damn.
Every bit of it.
Because I was going to ask you originally, like, what does $1 million mean to you?
$1 million?
Yeah, and I'm like, shit, to lose 10, shit. I'm like,
Yeah. Over the course of from the day April 7th, 2022, that's when it happened. That's when everything happened. It was literally there was a date when war started. From April 7th, 2022, I would say until December of 2024, a couple months ago. Obviously, it got less and less and less.
Right.
But I made my final pay, like it was 150, it was $165,000. It was the last big check that I had to pay from years. Like, because we're talking 2024.
Right,
This shit happened in
right.
2022. So $165,000 check from something that was like 2-3 years ago. So it was fairly recent to where I could say, like, yo, I'm in the fucking clear.
Yeah, like I finally can breathe and relax a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's good, man. I think that listening to your story is giving a little bit more insight that the journey is just not straight up and down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to have some bumps in the road.
You're gonna get tested.
I think that most people, especially coming from like where I come from, I think most people just look at it and they almost believe that there's just, it's like a game of luck.
Yeah.
And it just happens and it just goes.
Right.
But I don't think, right.
All I need is that one video to go viral.
Yeah, like you know, I don't think it's always looked at as if you don't know what you're going through. Like you would walk past and believe he doesn't have any concerns.
Man, that guy's lucky. That guy's lucky.
Right. And would know what you're going through behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's a little bit like a little bit more valuable to me.
Right.
You know, because it lets you know, like, bro, you're not the only one that's going through the journey.
Yeah.
If you whatever you're about to lose, somebody could be in the same position and worse.
Oh, for sure.
And you figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You stay consistent and you figure it out.
Yeah.
How do you manage? Because I heard you say that you have a family.
Yeah.
How do you manage family, finances, and health? Because I see that you.
That's a great question.
I see that you get into fitness.
Yeah, that's a great question. So starting out, I used to be a yes man, right? Podcast, yeah. Yo, this is a business. We can make money. I'll do it. Yo, let's go on this trip. It'll be epic. Oh, let's go. Let's buy the tickets. And then before you know it, bro, I'm fucking all over the fucking place, right? I'm spread thin, right? So, I had like 15 different businesses at one point, right? But like, it sounds good. Oh, damn, he's killing it. He got 15 businesses, right? But if you have 15 businesses, obviously you can scale, and you could certainly scale to 15 businesses. But I'm a big believer on, don't have 15, have one. The amount of time and energy that it's going to take to do the 15, just dial it in on that one. And that one will be way better. So my point to this is what I've learned is I have priorities, right? Like there are priorities and their responsibilities and their obligations, right? Like what are those? So I have my kids, business, fitness, and my personal life, right?
Right.
I don't have, like, those are my priorities. Those are my obligations.
Everything.
It's on a plate, right?
Right.
It's on a plate, and that plate turns, right? Sometimes my kids are my number one priority, my number one obligation, right? Sometimes businesses, sometimes fitnesses. It shifts.
Okay.
So I have 100% of time. So a percentage of my time goes towards those things.
Always.
But I don't have time, and I don't allow things that aren't on that list. I don't accept them. I don't accept them.
Right.
Bro, I have so many people that hit me up. Man, like, why can't we hang out? Man, why can't we do this? Hey, can I just get 30 minutes of your time? Bro, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't because if you, bro, one phone call conversation can be an hour, right? Like, so if you take something new in that isn't your priority and obligation that you already know, like, this is the mission, these are my obligations, so this is all that I can focus on because this is what I signed up for, this is what I made promises to. Anything new is going to be a direction or a distraction towards those things. So I feel like a lot of people's problem is they just agree and say yes to anything that sounds good. You need to just pick your one things and be the fucking best and give that all your time and energy and not get distracted with the other bullshit. Because you could get on a phone call, that could be an hour phone call.
Right.
You talk to 5 people in a day on an hour phone call each, but you just blew 5 hours. What'd you get from those fucking phone calls?
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Nothing.
Like, I think there are times where you have to network, and I get that, but that would just be like if you know where you want to go, and networking is a part of the recipe to get to that point. But once you get to that point, bro, you gotta know. You just gotta say fucking no. Like you can't. Like it's just so. So like fitness is very important to me. I strive to even being busy. I mean, it's a priority. I've been doing it for so long though. It's like brushing my teeth, right? Like I have to work out. Like if I don't work out,
feel like a piece of shit.
Not that I feel like a piece of shit. Like I have been in that scenario before.
I'm at now.
Where you feel like a piece of shit?
Like if I don't go, I feel like a piece of shit.
I feel like wanting to kill somebody.
Okay.
Because I don't drink, I don't do drugs, right? So like my and I'm under.
That's stress reliever. Yeah,
you know, this place here, I got 80 employees. We do $50 million in sales at 518 Auto Sales. So like this in itself is a lot of shit. Right. I'm a single dad. I got a 16-year-old daughter that lives with me full time. I got a 5-year-old son that lives with me 1 week on, 1 week off. I got a full-time nanny that lives inside my household. I got a dad that I have to have a relationship with. I'm now building all of this content. So I have a lot of shit going on.
Right.
It'll make a motherfucker want to go drink.
Most definitely.
I can't drink. I already told you I used to do drugs. I can't drink. I drink. I'm going to want to do some drugs. I can't do that. I have to work out.
Gym is the coach.
I have to, bro. If I don't work out, bro, I will go off the deep end. I will snap. Something bad is going to fucking happen. So I work out. Feel good. It releases a dopamine. I ride my bike a lot. I do cycling. Like I'll go for 50-mile cycles. I did one yesterday. I rode my bike twice yesterday, and it's just a matter of me just hopping on my bike, throwing my AirPods in, putting some Lil Baby on or some fucking Juice World, getting in the vibe, and then I just send it, and I feel so good, bro. I can think. I get clarity. I'm not a meditator. I don't like journal and shit.
Right.
But my meditation and where I get my clarity and my peace is when I'm doing something physically active.
Okay, now I can feel that, man. I can feel that. See, when I first, because I kind of browsed over your page and everything, I was like, that's what made me have that question in mind in general, because I was like, okay, somebody that busy with that much responsibility that still finds time to make fitness important, I had to figure out
it's a priority.
Why. You know, because every person in the gym, when I do go to the gym, I always tell myself, everybody's in here for a different reason.
Correct.
And you don't know exactly what reason that is, why they're here, you know.
Yeah.
So it gets to a point where, appreciate you. It gets to a point where, you know, you kind of like, I like to use other people's reasons almost as a reason to get into my reason to motivate myself.
What's your reason?
Right. So for me, honestly, man, it was just never to touch 300. I was 280 pounds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm 200. Like right now, I'm about 203, 204.
Damn.
But I got all the way down to 200 even. And
that's lit.
Yeah, man. So
was that from diet?
Definitely. You know, well, I had to change it all up. And I had to start counting calories.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to do that and get cool with doing it because you have to stay consistent.
It sucks at the beginning. It's just like anything else. It's something new. It's confusing. Yeah, macros,
actually,
carbs,
take time
fat,
and write
protein.
Stuff down.
Yeah.
Now I actually look at the back of the nutritional facts on things and stuff like that. I never did that before. Never cared about calories. Never cared how many I was taking in.
Fuck it.
So now my whole journey is just making sure that I never get back to being close to 3.
Yeah.
Because being almost 3 is like where it was like the drawdown for me. It was like I don't want to be that big, you know, being
your energy's down,
your
self-esteem's down.
And the craziest thing is that I wasn't chasing a goal at first.
Right.
I was just honestly, I started off selling myself short, like I feel most people do.
Yeah.
When you come in, I'm like, I just want to maybe 5, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Selling myself short.
Right.
And then I got into the gym.
Yeah.
And then I just stopped even thinking about it.
Right.
I never scaled myself.
Good. You don't need to.
Honestly, I didn't know I weighed 200 pounds until I went to the doctor.
Yeah.
And they told me, and I asked them when their scale broke, because I was so shocked. Yeah. I was like, "Is the scale broke?" I started to have a little anxiety. I was like, "Oh man, like I can't be this small."
Right.
You know, I was in a I was in like a
How tall
40,
are you?
42. I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
So I was in like
200 pounds good.
I was in a 42. I'm in a 36, and I got room, in a 36. So I'm like, okay, this is a different lifestyle.
You're going back to high school days. Like, oh, you're about to be a 32
I'm
inch waist.
saying,
bro.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, my whole journey now is just, it's changed.
Yeah.
Like, you finish a goal, you get a new one. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's just a moment where you just automatically just feel done.
Yeah.
But you get a goal and you set a new one once you accomplish it. So now for me, it's probably just getting a little bit more toned up and everything, getting a little
Build
bit
some
more
more muscle mass.
Yeah, you know
Muscle
what I'm saying?
mass,
So
yeah.
and then I really just I finally feel like I can see my stomach.
Were you doing tons of cardio?
So yeah, I don't have a choice, man. So I work out, I lift weights for anywhere from probably like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, strength training.
And then I'll
bodybuilding.
Right, then I'll do I kind of divvy it up. So I'll do like 45 minutes. And then between that, I do like 10 minutes of running, 10 minutes of walking, 10 minutes of running. Because I can't run over 40, man.
It's better to do it that way anyway.
So
it's like a hit style.
Right, so it helps me calm down, but I'm like, I'm going to just stay on and keep going.
You try cycling?
I've never been big on bikes, man. Even as a kid, I never was really like big on bikes. I fell off a lot of bikes.
It's so much. I say that because like running's awesome. I actually ran to New York City from Virginia Beach. It was like 500 miles.
What the?
Yeah, it was for a charity. It was fucking crazy.
See, when I see people do it, I'm like, I just don't got it in me.
It was crazy. But running is so fucking bad on your joints and shit.
Yeah.
Like I love running.
Yeah.
And it's great. And it burns fat. It's great for your mindset. But the longevity isn't there, especially if you're like a bodybuilder and you got a bunch of muscle mass and you're 200 pounds, like being 200 pounds. But cycling's great because you can get the same cardio. You could go longer, and you can do that shit till you're like fucking 80, 100 years old. Because it's so you chill on your joints, and it's like a quad burner, and you could go so far, and you could burn 1,000 calories. Burning 1,000 calories on the bike is easy. Burning 1,000 calories running is brutal.
Oh my god,
it's brutal.
Bro, it tastes
cramping.
I was like
tired,
man. Before you know it, I even bought a walking pad for the house, thinking that would speed up the process. You're still in there 2-3 hours, just walking, watching TV, and I'm like, I still didn't reach my goal because it's really hard to burn those calories, dog. I'm like, but what I'm also learning now, I had somebody tell me, buy a weighted vest. Add a little bit more weight to yourself.
Yeah. Or incline. You go incline.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a little one.
Stair stepper.
Perfect. I've never done the little stair stepper.
You're walking, bro.
Never did the little stair stepper.
I would if you were going in there strictly to burn some calories, yeah, and you're going to walk on the treadmill, I would 1,000% recommend hitting the stair stepper instead, because you're going to burn calories faster. You're also working out some quads in your glutes, so you're doing a little bit of muscle training as well. The stair stepper's legit, bro. I give it a.
I've never done. Normally,
it's easy.
I never.
You're walking.
I don't know. I just never been interested. Like I walked past it a million times, but it never.
More bang for your butt.
Like enticed me to just get up there.
More bang for your butt. But just like anything, right? Like if you walk by something you don't know about it, and you're a little like maybe intimidated, or you just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I know how to do the treadmill. I don't know how to do that. So just naturally you're going to be gravitated towards the treadmill. But if you just like say, you know what, man, I'm going to mess with the stair stepper for 30 days, and I would give it a 30-day free trial. And go hop on the stair stepper, and I promise you,
that's what I'm gonna
do. You're walking. You're just basically walking incline, and I'm telling you, you're gonna burn way more calories. You can increase it. So what I'll do is I'll do like 30 seconds, like sprinting on the stair stepper.
Okay.
Like at like 15 to 18 for like 30 seconds to 45 seconds, and then I'll bring it down to like a steady state, like around 10, and I'll rock with that for like a minute, and then I'll gas it back up. And you do that for 25 minutes, bro, for 5 days a week, bro, you're gonna get shredded.
Bro, you're gonna get shredded. See, all right, I'm gonna definitely try that. I'm gonna do that for 30 days.
30-day trial, bro. Let me know. Shoot me a text and let me know.
I'm gonna start it on Monday.
Yeah.
When I get back in town.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tag you and let you know.
Do it.
Starting it.
Text me and let me know, and I will tell you what levels you should start out at, and which levels you should be at in like 2 weeks. So I'll be like, yo, start here and then in 2 weeks text me like, yo, I'm still on the stair stepper, and then I'll give you your next like level that you should go for.
Okay, because I think the only other thing that I'm still concerned about now is just finding a weird spot. Cause I was doing the 1,800 calories at first.
That's too little, bro.
I had some people tell me that.
Yeah, you're 6'2",
I know.
200 pounds.
I know.
Bro.
I had people tell me that. I was having some rough workouts when I was doing that. I did that for about a month.
Yeah.
And I had people tell me change that up.
We trying to.
So now I'm like,
you'd be malnourished. Like you're gonna lose muscle mass that way.
I'm like at 21, 22. I'm not trying to I'm trying to figure out a comfortable spot.
3,000.
3,000. Yeah. Oh man.
3,000.
That's the first time. Oh man.
3,000. But it also depends. I gotta say, I'm not a coach, right? I've been doing this shit forever, bro. So like I do 3, know. I know probably more than most trainers, but it would also depend on what your I would have to see what your training looks like as well.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have a coach?
Nah. Like everything.
Do you know Bricks? Robert Bricks Fitness.
Mm-mm.
He got massive shit.
I've never had a coach. I've thought about it. He
lost a lot of weight. He was like, how much did Bricks weigh?
Like almost 400.
Almost 400 pounds.
What?
Yeah, he's one of my best friends.
He's like 190 now, 200.
See, that's what I'm trying to be. If I get like the 190.
Where do you live? You in Norfolk?
I'm in the beach.
Oceanfront?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oceanfront,
so, he's in downtown Norfolk. You should check his page out. He was 400 pounds and now he's fucking Bricks is jacked, and he's been doing this shit forever.
See, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, because you're a big dude, bro. I eat more than 2,300 calories a day.
Really?
Dude, if I ate 2,300 calories a day,
I'm not.
I did.
Joking.
That's about
This is what I do now.
You're 2,300?
Every day.
About.
Yeah, but how many calories a day do you burn? You can only do that for a short period of time, though.
I would always keep everything written down. Like I write down everything, every little thing I use, and it gets to the point where it's like I'm like.
How long you been doing this for? The fitness journey.
The fitness journey has been
like hard in it, like looking at the calories and stuff.
Okay, well, looking at the calories,
when
I would say probably about. Maybe a year consistency, a little bit under a year consistency, but the journey started probably like almost 2 years. Yeah. So I was in the gym.
You're still new in the game.
I was in the gym, and it was just once I started to feel better, I started wanting to do more, and then after that became count your calories, and then it was like, and then before you know it. I was stepping on the scale, and everybody was looking at me weird. I had people walking up to me asking me like, "Are you okay?" And they were like, "You look different." And I was like, "Your face looks small." I was like, And then after a while, people adjust to you because at first everybody thought I was sick, but I was like, "Bro, I'm not that same. Like I had big ass belly. Like I could finally do this.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just, bro.
What did that do to your self-esteem?
I'm not gonna lie, my confidence definitely shot up a lot.
How did your life get affected? Can you see a difference in positivity in your life, or do you feel like it's the exact same? You just got less weight.
No, most definitely, because I think for me, the gym not only changed me physically, but it also opened my mind up mentally. Yeah, like I feel like not only is it a great stress reliever, but it gives you time to think. And it's kind of like it's one of the few places where I can go and sink into myself.
Are you more confident?
Of course.
Dude, that's my point.
Like, of course.
That's my point. Everybody should work out. Everybody gets it twisted. They think, like, I don't care. I like how I look. It's got nothing to do with what you look like. It's got everything to do with what it does for you internally. There's so many more
I get so tired of, my thing is this. Once you start seeing people in the gym with broken arms, you start seeing people that's 85 years old.
Oh, yeah.
You start seeing people in wheelchairs with no legs. This is a guy that comes to the gym. He has, the titanium legs.
Just ranking out.
And he rolls himself in there. I'm like, why the hell wouldn't I come? And he's here. It's 7 in the morning and he's here.
No excuses.
Ain't got no damn excuse with me. So I don't like hearing them. For me, I don't care when it comes to people, because that's the first thing they do when they meet you and they find out you're in the fitness. I don't care. So you don't have to automatically come to me with an excuse of why you haven't done this or why you haven't do it. Just do it. All that excuse shit for me, it gets in the way, because you'll find any reason to sell yourself short. I swear to you now. I told myself when I first started, I'm like, I'm gonna just try to do 5 pounds. 5 pounds would have had me out of the gym in a month or two. And I would have never gotten to where I am now, you know? I think just people sell themselves short. Excuses is easier to get out of shit than just doing the work.
Right.
But that's with anything.
Yeah.
Like I can easily my cameraman bailed on me. Mm-hmm. It was last minute thing and it's all right.
For today?
Yeah.
Oh,
but I could have.
We got the 518 media.
You know what I'm saying? I could have complained about it. I could have made excuses, but I'm like, bro, you just gotta pull up and do it, bro. Yeah, you gotta just do it, bro. It's like at the end of the day, nothing gets done with excuses.
Right.
Everything gets figured out once you put your foot on the gas. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
So I always say anybody that wants to feel better about themselves, there's no better accomplishment than going in the gym. And I always say this: get your ego out the way the first week. Because then this is what makes for this journey, right? Ego lift, I'm not telling you to ego lift, but you're naturally going to be in a position when you're new to the gym to want to come in there and ego lift thinking that you could do something because you've seen somebody else do it, especially if it's a smaller guy.
Right.
Once you see you can't do it, that's the goal. When you push a set of weights, something that's going against his will, and you manage to get it up, that feels like an accomplishment.
Yeah.
When I see a woman take 225 and she squatting it in reps, and I'm like, damn, I know women who that like
she's probably on steroids.
I'm like, bro, it's like, damn, it's just like, bro, and you know what I'm saying?
Juicing.
Hey, a lot of them do, and that's what I'm learning these days.
You know what, bro? But at the end of the day, man, like you can't be worried about like what other people are doing. Like, bro, you're going into the gym for you. Right, for you. And everybody's different, bro. Everybody's built different. Somebody might be stronger, but this guy can run longer, or this guy can run faster, but this guy lifts more weight. Like, fitness is so much.
Bro, I met a bodybuilder who couldn't do pull-ups.
Yeah, because he probably weighs a gazillion pounds.
And I was like, I didn't know. I'm like, bro, naturally thinking, I'm like,
there's so many different categories on fitness. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody might be better at one thing, but you could be better at them in another thing. So, like, to me, fitness, what grades you in fitness is your like what can you do rounded? Like, okay, if we're gonna do strength, if we're gonna do endurance, if we're gonna do pull-ups, if we're gonna do like a CrossFit style workout, if you can do all of those things pretty well, then you're fit. Right. But if you can only do one thing, I don't really consider you fit. Right. You're just fucking good at that one thing, which is fine too. So everybody's got their own everybody shit that they want to get out of.
Yeah, bro. I think for me the biggest thing is explaining that to like family that I'm not forcing you. How can I say? I want you to feel better. I want to share this feeling with you, but I'm not telling you.
You can't.
That you know what I'm saying?
Like, you can't make anybody. I think what you're trying to say is that you wish that you could go up to somebody, shake the shit out of them. Yo, I'm going to save your life and make it so much better. All you have to do is this.
Yeah, it's like one of those situations.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. You can't do that.
That will make your household hot. That will put fire in your household.
People are only going to make changes when they're ready to. Like, they got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, to be able to make a drastic change in your life, bro, there's nothing that somebody could tell you. There's nothing that somebody could do to you. You have to be internally just sick and tired of being sick and tired to make that shift. For example, when everything that I am today, I was the complete opposite when I was in high school, right? I always thought about wanting to be who I am today, right? But I didn't have the tools. I wasn't doing the shit to be able to be that way, right? I was going down this path. Yeah, it'd be sick to be over here, but this was the path that I was going down, and that was a shitty path. I was a fucking loser. Right. I was fucking not in shape. I was just a fucking scumbag. I was a piece of shit.
Hot wings and Hennessy. Right? That's what I call it. That's the lifestyle I call it. Hot wings and Hennessy. I had that phase in my life.
Yeah. And then, but then it got to a point where it was like, all right, man, like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to live like this. Right. I don't want to look like this. There was nothing somebody could do, bro. At the time, it was my kid's mom. We were together. Like, she would say she'd break it up with me. My parents kicked me the fuck out. Like, I had all of these things that happened to me that should have influenced me to get my shit together. But it was none of that stuff that made me make the major change. What made the major change was me just feeling empty and broken and just shameful of who I was as a person, to where I looked in the mirror and I wasn't happy or proud with who I was. At that point in time, that's what made that fucking shift. That's when I was like, all right, dude, fuck this, fuck everybody. I can't help anybody unless I help myself first. And then that is when I would say, when I was like 25 years old, was when I made the actual action to get clean, go to the gym, research the fuck out of business, like how to do it. Because what do I need to do? What's investing? What is selling? What is scaling? All of that stuff. And then when I was able to separate myself from all of the noise that's outside and just stick with me and make myself the absolute best version, to where now I am a fucking lethal assassin. Right. I could go in any environment and fucking dominate, but I can do that because the amount of work that I put into myself, which was started not by what people were asking or telling me to do, but when I made the decision, yo, it's fucking time to change. Stop being a piece of shit. And with God's help. For sure. I'm very spiritual. I remember being in the shower crying, and I'm not an emotional person, bro. You can ask any girl I've ever been with, bro. They'll call me a fucking robot. Like I'm a fucking machine, a heartless, emotionless fucking dude. Just like any other guy. I could probably use some fucking help and some therapy. But I like being like this, bro, because it makes me the fucking person that I am. So I've accepted like that, right? But I do remember being in the shower, crying to God and just saying, God, please fucking help me. I can't live like this. My kids deserve better. My fucking wife deserves better. I deserve better. I can do better. Like, I cannot stop doing fucking drugs. Like, help me. Fucking help me. And I cried. And then that's when I made the decision. I made the decision. I actually told my wife at the time that I was going to an NA meeting. And I actually called my drug guy. She thought I was at an NA meeting, right? I was like, look, I'm gonna go fucking hard one more fucking day. So everybody thought that my clean date was on this one day. Until this podcast came out, nobody knows this. So everybody thought that this one day was my clean date. I called my boy that I used to score from, and I was like, yo, bro, I'm done with this shit, but I want to get down one last fucking time. Last hoorah, do it right. And then the next day, I'm fucking going. I don't recommend doing this. Like, if you're watching this and you want to get clean or sober, don't take this advice. This is not advice. This is horrible advice. I'm just telling you what my story. This was my journey. I hit my boy up. We score. We fucking get down. He had a studio in downtown Norfolk. It was a fucking vibe. And like, and we got fucked up and got super fucked up. And that was the last night. And then the next day I went to Narcotics Anonymous, which I used to be embarrassed and ashamed of, but it saved my fucking life, man. And I didn't work the program or anything like that. What my problem was I would do something and then I would feel guilt from it. And then that guilt would last long enough to be good for a little bit. But then once that guilt went away, like, and I started feeling good again, I would go do those things again, right? So like the reason those programs worked for me is I was able to go into them every day and be reminded on what the piece of shit I was when I was using and not living a good, clean lifestyle. So it was just a memory refresher. And then once I was able to get a year under my belt, and then I was able to create this new version of myself that I loved and that I enjoyed and found other things that I'd rather do than get fucked up or go out and party or ball out. Once I was able to reinvent myself and love myself, then that wasn't worth losing over this. This now became more important to what this was. Right. And for me, that took a year to get to. And then once I got clean and sober, bro, and the K-Cam that was into getting shredded and was about money and I had no distractions at that point, bro, that's when I became absolutely dangerous. And that's why nobody can fuck with me anymore. Nobody can fuck with me, bro. Like, straight up, bro. No, like, ask all of them, bro. I am I'm a soldier. I have a team, but, bro, I can go in any environment by my fucking self and I will fucking out crush everybody. You put me and Andy Elliott into a car dealership somewhere that we don't know, that we've never been to. Hey, it's fucking March 1st. Whoever sells the most cars by the end of March wins $1 million. I promise you, I will fucking outsell Andy Elliott. I promise. I'm just better, bro.
I like that.
I'm just better. He's got his way, bro, but I'm just different. I'm more, bro. I'm more of a chameleon. I feel people's heart. I'm passionate. I'm emotional. You know, as far as like talking to human beings, my communication, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm passionate and I have urgency and I'm fucking fired up and my fucking energy is contagious.
It shows.
It sells, bro. I will fucking
It
crush it.
shows. It's real. You can't fake certain auras.
How am I versus am I like in person versus what you saw on channel? Like
I think the channel don't do you justice. I think the channel needs more
of the personality.
Yeah, like
The little
you got it. Like I almost was like, damn, bro, you are twice as much as I like, bro. When I first pulled up, I'm like, good morning, hey, bro. You something I used to. I was like, okay. I was like, oh yeah,
this dude's lit.
Yeah,
I'm lit, bro. Bro, life is good.
Bro,
life is good. I was doing drugs, bro. Broke as fuck.
And we here.
Shithole. Bro, I got a $50 million business, bro. I just bought a fucking $2 million house. I ain't even gonna live in it.
That's what's
for
up.
a weekend.
That's what's up. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm grateful, and I have two amazing kids, and I have amazing people that fucking are around me, bro. Like life is good.
Yeah, that's what's
like
up, bro.
life is good.
That's it, bro.
Like you don't need to be fucking fucked up.
Like. So to get to today, what's your why today? Like, what is your why?
My mission
in today. Yeah, like why do you do what you do today? Like, because once everybody has their goals and things that they set, and it's like, why? What is your why? Because you've accomplished a lot.
I could quit today and live any lifestyle that I want to live.
You financially, I can do it, physically. Mentally, you've all bettered yourself in all those departments. So what is your why?
What gets me fired up? So I come from a fucked up place. Like my mom, she was addicted to prescription drugs, narcotics.
Okay.
She was she got robbed of life is how I like to say it. Like I feel like her life was literally fucking robbed from her. So being from the time that I was a kid, like her just being all fucked up, and at that time, bro, the dad never got custody, right? Like it's a little more normal now. Like I got custody, it's a little more normal, but back then, bro, the mom had to be fucked up for the dad to get custody, right? So my dad got custody of me when I was in like 6th grade, and then. And he always worked. He's a longshoreman. Like, if anybody out here is a longshoreman, ask about Big Jeff. Big Jeff works more hours than anybody in the union, right? So he never was around, right? So my mom was all fucked up, always had some fucking issues, was bedridden forever. Fucking just a disaster. Bipolar, send fucked up messages to your kid, and then the next minute she loved it. Just awful way, to be as, being raised as a kid, it just fucks with you, bro. And then your dad's not there, right? Because he's working and he's trying to provide for you, right? So my dad will tell you, bro, even though I was in a really good area, bro, and I know there's way worse areas and there's the hood, but bro, I raised in the fucking streets, bro. I stopped going to school. I was selling drugs.
You gotta understand what people going.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't make it past 10th grade. And then my parents moved. My dad moved. My dad and my stepmom, and I had multiple brothers and sisters. They all got a room at the new crib. I didn't have a new room. They're like, you got to figure it out. So grandma fucking took me in. Nanny took me in, and she said, hey, listen, you can live here, but you got to get your GED. So I got my GED at Granby High School. Okay. And then I started working at Shoney's. Right here, there used to be a Shoney's right here. You remember that Shoney's? Yeah, there was a Shoney's. Bro, I was a dishwasher at Shoney's. Oh, I worked at the Walgreens right here, bro. Straight, when I was 18 years old, 18. When I got out of jail, that's when they kicked me out, moved with grandma. And then from the time I was 18 till when I knocked Melanie up, I was working these fucked up jobs, bro. I didn't have a license, I didn't have a car. I was out in Norfolk. All my friends were out in Great Bridge. I was fucked. And then, so my point to why I'm doing this is, bro, my life should not be like this. If you looked at my shit, everybody said, Kyle, what are you going to do? You're not going to be anything. You're going to be a fucking loser. You can't do shit. You're nothing. Like, I didn't have anything, bro. And to be able to do this, I know that it can be done. So the purpose of me doing this, my hope is that I can actually sincerely be able to help people and change people's fucking lives. That to me, I get more fired up and more excited for that feeling than any fucking paycheck. I've already had the once you get a certain amount of money, it's like that's just what it is. Like you can only buy so many watches, so many houses, so many cars, so many fucking vacations. Like once you get a certain amount of money, like that's what it is. It's not as exciting anymore, right? Like so my purpose is, I mean, I love rocking here with 518 because the car business is fun. I've been doing it a long time and I just love dominating the used car market, right? So like that's cool. But really, man, talking to somebody that has what I had, like knew that I could be something, but I just was living the wrong way. And I just couldn't get out of that fucking vicious cycle. I want to be able to help that fucking person out, bro.
Bro, you are truthfully a storybook. You definitely need to do more content, dog. Like, more, bro. You are full of energy, bro. And then you got a story. And I think that like I said, for like people that I see and that I know on a day-to-day basis, and I run around a lot, and I was blessed to be able to move around a lot. Originally, I was playing football in college, so I got to move around. You meet a lot of people, and you see everybody struggles, and everybody has this idea. Like I said before, man, and it's almost like you playing the hoping game, and you just think that the person that's ahead is already they're lucky, but you don't understand that there's a sense of a journey that they went through too, dog. Like you can go through shit, and you can get it. You can get it together. You can fall and get right the fuck back up, and it's not gonna be perfect the whole time. You're gonna be on this roller coaster ride. Yeah, but you can get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the part that.
I think what people make the biggest mistake at is so like let's just talk to the viewer that like isn't on drugs, is doing all of the right things, right? Like let's talk to that person. Like why are they not where I feel like success to get to the level of success, because I feel like majority of people are trying to get financial success right now, right? Like once you get to financial success, then you make certain mistakes and shit, and then you realize, okay, there's more to life than that. But like majority of people probably watching this channel and that are on Instagram and stuff, I don't care about any of that. I just want to make some money right now. So to be able to make some money right now, you gotta first understand that life isn't fair, right? Like in business isn't fair. Like it's not fair. Like shit is gonna happen that's not right, but you can't complain and you can't be a victim, right? Like that's the biggest problem. Oh well, that's not fair. It shouldn't have been done that right. Once you know that nobody gives a fuck about you, nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares about your success. Nobody fucking cares. So once you understand that nobody's there, nobody's gonna come and save you, that you are the only person that can get you out of the current situation that you're in. And once you can come in, wake up every morning with a mission, with urgency, with purpose, with direction, and just crush it during the day. And then at nighttime, instead of watching a fucking Netflix series or fucking scrolling on IG, whatever you're in, and when you're on the come up, pick one thing. Just stick with that one thing and then become the absolute fucking best in that one thing. And you do that by getting knowledge from the internet. Like go on YouTube, go on Instagram, but don't be watching the fucking shorts and the reels. Go watch a long form video of somebody that's doing what you're trying to do, but they're the best at it and they explain it to you on there, and watch them and just be the best, be better at it than they are, know them better than they know themselves. And if you do that for a year, couple years, and you become the best at that, I promise you, with consistency, with resilience, with with having the strength to continue even when fucked up shit happens that's not unfair, but you don't let that fucking get you out of the game, and then you're weaponizing yourself with fucking knowledge and a skill set, bro. If you could do those things, that's it. Doesn't matter what business you're in, lawn care business, fucking podcast business, car selling business, real estate business, fucking nail salon business. It doesn't fucking matter. If you're the best at it and you don't give up and it's what you eat, breathe, and sleep, you will fucking crush it and you'll make a bunch of money. And then and then you reassess the situation on how you want to scale it, or if you just want to stay where you're at. But at first, you have to be the fucking best at it. You got to be the best at it. That's where all the hard work happens. Once you become the best at something, all the other shit's easy because you're the fucking best at it.
Yeah.
Nobody knows this better than I do. I'm the best at it. I can crush it. I don't need employees. I'm the best. I'm the best. I can do it. A basketball, LeBron James, bro, you don't need his 4 fucking players. He can go out on there and fucking crush it. He's got his 4 other players. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's the best. He doesn't care who his team is. It don't matter. I'm the fucking best. If you're the best in your business, it doesn't matter who's around you, what happens to you, what things are thrown at you. You're the best. When I was about to go bankrupt, I'm the best salesman. I fired everybody. I had no employees, bro. I started this lot. We had like 400 cars out here. I started it back out with 5 cars. I went out there. I bought them. I sold them. I did the paperwork. I went back, bought more, sold more. I did it all by myself. I don't need anybody, bro. I'm gonna do it.
Oh God.
No, I don't need anybody. I need to do this because nobody cares if I'm gonna go bankrupt. Nobody cares.
Right. That's a fact.
The only people that are affected are gonna be me and my kids.
That's a fact.
So I don't need to rely on somebody else. I'm the best. Why would I hire this person and then I gotta pay him and he ain't even as good as I am? I'm gonna fucking do it. And then you get to a point to where it's like, okay, now I can hire somebody. But a lot of the problem, man, people want to fucking hire people right away and they get owner-itis. That's what I like to call it. They become an owner right away. Now they're like, oh, well, I'm the owner. I need to hire this person. I need to outsource this. Yeah. No, dude, when you're the owner at the beginning, that's when it starts. You are you're the owner on paper, but you're actually a full-time employee that's going to be underpaid and overworked. And that's the fucking fact. If you could do that, it's a game changer, bro. But I see so many people make that mistake, man. They get fucking, I like to call it owner-itis.
Bro, that right there, that one is a jewel. Owner-itis, dog.
Owner-itis.
Look it up. That's a jewel.
It might be in the dictionary. I don't know if it is or not. I think I made it up, but it could be in the dictionary.
Yo, that is so real.
Yeah, bro, I'm the owner, bro. I'm the one in LA, dog. I need employees. I can't do that. I'm the owner. Hey, my name's Kyle. I'm the owner. If I get somebody out there, I'm not the owner, bro. Ask Leonard. Do I tell people I'm the owner? I'm the lot attendant. I don't want people to know I'm the owner. I don't give a fuck about being the owner. I don't want to be the owner. I just have to be the owner because nobody else can create this. I had to do it. I had to do it. The community was demanding for an operation like this. So, unfortunately, there was nobody out here. I had to step up and become the owner.
This shit right here, man. Damn, dog. That is amazing, man. Hey, y'all. Hey. With that being said, brother, man, hey, man.
That was lit.
K-Cam.
That was lit.
Hey, brother, dude, I appreciate you, man,
that was sick.
For having me out, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody for watching. It's been another episode of First Class and No Class, and we are out.
Check me out on Kyle _Cambron.
Yeah.
_Cambron. And we got a YouTube channel where we're at the auction. We're buying fucking cars. I'm spending $500,000 to $1 million.
Make sure you check out that content.
Go on there.
Go check that content out.
Subscribe, but
yes, sir.
All right, later. Peace out, man.